local for you. From the heart of the Quad Cities, your local election headquarters presents For the Record. And now, here's your host, Jim Needleman.
Hello everyone, I'm Jim Needleman and this is For the Record. One story dominated national politics more than any other this week, and the partisan battle went to another level with Democrats and Republicans refining their message strategy. Yes, special counsel Robert Mueller's report made it to the Attorney General after a 22-month investigation. Mueller's team indicted 34 people over that time and got convictions against 5 associates of President Trump. Roger Stone is a 6th figure with ties to the president who is waiting to go on trial. Attorney General William Barr provided Congress with a 4-page summary of the report. It indicated that Mueller didn't conclude there was evidence of a criminal conspiracy with Russia and that the special counsel made no conclusion about obstruction of justice by the president. It did not exonerate the president in that area, and Republicans declared victory. Democrats are demanding the details of the full report. The Justice Department actually clarified that report is more than 300 pages long. And that raises questions about the thoroughness of that 4-page summary from the Attorney General. Barr says it will take weeks to redact portions of the report that are classified, and the grand jury information the Justice Department decides is worthy for the public to see. Now, we haven't heard anything from Robert Mueller directly since he submitted his report. House Democrats are considering whether to subpoena Mueller to testify before one or more oversight committees. Democrats have been trying to flex their political muscle since taking control of the House at the beginning of the year. One of those Democrats joins us for a conversation this morning, Congressman Dave Loebsack of Iowa. Welcome back to the program, Congressman.
Oh, it's good to be here, Jim. Thanks.
What do you think about what we've heard so far about the Mueller report and the president's claim of total exoneration?
Well, first of all, I should say that I've had 14 coffees with your congressman over the course of the last 4 weeks. I've got 3 more coming up this weekend, including one here in Davenport. And the subject has almost not come up at all, quite honestly. So the people I'm talking to are not nearly as interested in it as the cable news shows are, as you might imagine. You know, that being said, it is clear that about 75 to 80% of the American people, including a majority of Republicans, want the Mueller report, to the extent to which possible, to be public, because there are going to be parts of it that should be redacted. There's no question, for national security reasons. But I think it'd be important just to get that out, and the sooner the better, and then we can evaluate it for ourselves, the American people can, and then we can hopefully put that behind us. We'll see what happens.
Did you read the summary, and what was your thing?
I read the summary, but you know, it was only 4 pages, and I thought it was interesting to see what the Attorney General had to say about it, but I would like to see the report myself as well.
And the president's claim of total exoneration, you on board with it? I mean, they're having a victory lap over
Well, that didn't make any sense, because obviously there were a few quotations that Barr lifted out of the report itself, and that is simply not the case.
Well, how much did Democrats, I guess, overplay the emphasis on the Mueller report as a way to hurt the president politically?
I think that's a great question. You know, look, myself, this isn't something I've been talking about when I get out and talk to people. As I said, that's not really high at the top of their consciousness, if you will. I'm more concerned about infrastructure, making sure we have good rural broadband and that we get the I-74 bridge done sooner rather than later. Those kinds of things that people, those pocketbook issues that people are talking to me about. And now we did see the president go after the Affordable Care Act, and people are they're very surprised about that. And we've got to have good quality health care for folks.
But do you think this is something that could come back to bite the Democrats?
Well, I don't know. We'll see whether that is the case or not. But I do think we ought to get the report out there, and we should evaluate it and then go from there.
Well, should the Democrats subpoena Mueller, as some are talking about doing? And if so, how worried are you and the party about the political consequences if he testifies that the president didn't do anything wrong?
Well, again,
there seems to be a high-stakes move that the Democrats played over the last couple of years.
Well, and I think you're talking about Democratic leadership. Most of us are not in leadership.
That filtered out to the rest of the country.
Yeah, we're not as concerned about some of this as the leadership is. As I said, that's not what I hear from my constituents. I'm more concerned about jobs and the economy and those kinds of issues. The chairs of the committee, they're going to do what they're going to do, but I think it would be a mistake, obviously, to overplay anybody's hand. Doesn't make sense to me.
Do you think that the Democrats, though, should subpoena Mueller to hear what he has to say before the
I think when we get the report, then we can look at the report, then we can make that evaluation at that time.
When you talk about the redactions, though, there's the leadership in Congress, though, that usually does have access to national security issues. Should they be able to see a non-redacted full report?
Well, I think the Intelligence Committee should. There's no question about that. But beyond that, I think that's going to be a judgment call clearly on the part of the Attorney General, and then we'll see where we go from there.
So what kind of pressure can Democrats apply to get the Attorney General to actually release the entire report And well, we were talking about the redactions, so only the Intelligence Committee, not the entire Congress, should get to see without the redactions.
Well, I think that's the way it normally works, let's put it that way. If there are national security interests here that we have to protect, then we obviously have to do that. But we can always do these things in a classified setting as well. And so there are those opportunities. But again, let's just see what the report shows us, and then we can make those decisions from there.
Well, it all depends on how much the Attorney General is going to
Right,
provide.
exactly.
So how much are you guys willing to put pressure
But that I don't know. We'll have to see what he provides first and then go from there.
Well, that brings us to our question of the week. What do you think about the findings we know so far from the Mueller report? Send your answer by email to fortherecord@whbf.com or respond to this post on Facebook at the Local 4 News WHBF TV page or on my page.